Hello there. My name is Elizabeth Ishola, the president, founder of Women on the Threshing Floor International Ministry. I have a strong passion to help you live again, to help you become all that God has created you to be. So regardless of what your circumstances may be today, I tell you what, you can live again. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, and also drop a comment in the comment section below to help me know how you feel about our program. Or if there is a topic you'd like us to talk about, please drop it in the comment section below. Thank you. I'll be right back. Welcome back. It's such a joy to have you back. Today I'll be talking on how to love people. Every time we hear the word love, 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 love. But today we want to just discuss some tips on how you can actually show love to people. 1 John chapter 4 verse 7 and 8, it says, "Dear friends, let us continue to love one another, for love comes from God. Anyone who loves is a child of God and knows God. But anyone who does not love does not know God, for God is love." So loving the people in your life is a skill that comes naturally to some. For some people, it's so easy to love. But there are this other set of people that is actually confusing and is a struggle. So if you struggle with knowing how to show love, you struggle with knowing how to show affection for others, you are not alone. Loving the people close to you means embracing them. Loving the people close to you means interacting with them. Yes. Loving the people close to you means being truthful and forgiving those that hurt you. Because I've seen a whole lot of people that claim they love, but they don't interact. They claim they love, they don't interact with people. They claim they love, but they don't forgive when they are offended. So for you to really show that you love, you must learn how to show affection. You must learn how to embrace people. You must learn how to interact with people. And you must learn how to forgive when there is offense. So keep in mind that each person receives love differently. People receive love differently. So try to express yourself in ways that are meaningful to them, because we receive love differently. You may show me love by smiling. Just smiling at me is enough, is enough for me to take it that you are showing me love. Whereas this other person, smiling at them might look like, why is she smiling at me? Is something wrong with me? So people receive love differently. So the first point I'll discuss with you, or will share with you today, is that you should learn to embrace people. Embrace other people. If you embrace someone, you put your arms around them, isn't it? You hold them tightly, usually in order to show your love or your affection for them. So embracing can also be defined as an act of accepting something willingly or enthusiastically. You just accept it willingly. Now, how do you embrace people? One of the ways you embrace people is to spend time bonding. One of the most important ways to love people is to spend time with them. The time you spend together will help you to understand each other more and more, and it will help you to be more comfortable with each other. And before you know it, this creates a trusting bond that reinforces your love. So why is it important to spend time together? Number one, it strengthens family bonds. It strengthens friendship bonds. Families who share everyday activities together form strong emotional ties. How can a family be together and everybody just goes their way? I've visited some homes. You just wake up in the morning, you go your various ways. No. You should have certain activities together. Pray together, sometimes read together, go out and exercise together. You should do a whole lot of things together, because this will help your bond to get stronger. Now, families who enjoy group activities together share a stronger emotional bond as well as an ability to adapt well to situations as a family. Another point that I'd like to share with you, another tip that will help you embrace people is number 2, accept people for who they are. The people in your life may or may not have the same values, the same habits that are similar to your own. But even if you disagree with them, you have to accept them for who they truly are. In the book of Romans chapter 15 verse 7, it says, accept one another, then just as Christ accepted you in order to bring praise to God. So when you accept your spouse, when you accept your friends for who they are, you're bringing praise to God. Accept people. Stop trying to change them. Stop trying to make them become you, or make them accept your values by all means, or accept your habits by all means. Just accept them for who they are. We have only 2 choices: accept people or reject them. When you realize this, you may change at the way you treat people. Don't reject people. It's either you're accepting them or you're rejecting them. And it's a bad place to be. When people are rejected, the feeling is usually very tormenting. So I want to suggest to you that you should please accept the people in your life. Some people don't even accept their children. Some children have some natural inbuilt behavior, and you just have to accept that child instead of turning them and changing them as much as you can. When we criticize or condemn people, what we are communicating to them is rejection. Anytime you criticize people, anytime you judge them, you condemn them, you are telling them they are not accepted. And the opposite of acceptance is rejection. When we try to change people, it communicates that they are not good enough for us, that we don't like them. That's what we're saying to them. But what if they are not perfect? What if they don't believe everything I believe? What am I supposed to do? I will accept them. Were you born believing all you do right now? Or did you go through a process of learning over time? So should you throw out people because they still have something to learn? You shouldn't. What happens when you don't accept people as they are? What happens is that it feeds the lie that they are no good. A lot of people already think they are not good enough. So anytime you are rejecting that person, just know that you are helping feed that lie that that person is not good enough. You are feeding that lie that that person has no value. And it's not true. We can accept people and celebrate their value without approving of their sins. But when we refuse to accept people until they are perfect, I'm saying it again, that what you are communicating is rejection. I pray for you that you will not join the group of people that keep communicating rejection to human beings in Jesus' name. When someone feels rejected, they tend to reject those who reject them and what they represent. So if you're rejecting me, before you know it, without plans, I will reject you too. So when Christians communicate rejection to sinners, what are they doing? They are telling the sinners that God himself is rejecting them. And it's not true. Because the Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever receives him will not perish but have everlasting life. So stop communicating rejection, because God is not rejecting the sinner. He loves the sinner so much. Whenever you reject someone, you have set yourself up as their judge. Something only God is truly qualified to do. To talk with Jesus, you will have to treat people as Jesus would treat them. Every time we go on our knees to pray, we go on our knees to seek God. For you to be able to talk to Jesus, for you to be able to stay prayerful, you must treat people the way Jesus treats people. You may not like the way they look, you may not like the way they talk, you may not like the way they act, the way they think or smell, but if they are human beings, you must acknowledge that Jesus Christ loves them enough to die for them. Jesus is our perfect example, and he's not rejecting people. Instead, the Bible reveals that Christ is our advocate, that's our defense lawyer, not the one who condemns. People are hurting, I'm telling you. People are hurting. People go through stuffs. In fact, right now, even in our nation, people are so hungry. I know how many people reach out to me weekly with their pains, with hunger, with lack, with so many things going on in their lives. And you won't even believe it. Marriages are going through storms because there's so much hunger, there's so much pain, there's hurt. So usually they know they need to change. No matter what issues they have in their lives, they know they need to change. They know their weaknesses. They know they need to be better. They know they need to do better. What they have not discovered is a way they can change. They have probably tried, but given up in defeat. So avoid criticizing or trying to change them. Instead, agree to disagree on some things while continuing to love them. For example, if someone you love does not follow the same religion as you, you should accept that person and love them anyway. Overlook minor offenses. The more time you spend with anyone, the more chances they will have to upset you, naturally. So if someone does something that bothers you, take time to decide if it's worth a confrontation. Take time, decide. If you decide that is a minor blunder, just let it pass. If the incident really bothers you, then you should talk it over with the other person. For instance, now, a friend spills coffee on your shirt. There's no need to get angry, to rant, to lecture them, Just go change your shirt and let it go. On the other hand, if a friend made up a story about you, probably a story like you having an affair because they dislike your partner and they just want to ruin stuff with you, in that kind of case, you should look for a time to have conversation with them. So another thing I like to say to you is that you should appreciate others for what they do. If you have people in your life who love you, who help you, who support you, who try to express, themselves in different ways to you, you should learn how to show gratitude. Learn how to show gratitude. By doing so, they may return the appreciation. And before you know it, you are building a mutual beneficial relationship of trust and respect. You do not need to outrightly tell people I appreciate you sometimes. You can also demonstrate it through your actions, because actions, they say, speaks louder than words. Help them when they are in need. That's action. Lend them an ear when they are upset. If they live far away, periodically check in, with an email or with a phone call. So what I'm saying to you today is that if you want to show people around you or people in your community, in your family, in your circle of friends that you love them, you should embrace them. And I said, how do you embrace them? One, by spending time, to bond. You should have outings. You should create space, that helps you go out to bond, or bond even in the family with activities and all of that. And then 2, I said you should accept people for who they are. Stop criticizing, stop judging, stop condemning. And 3, I said you should overlook minor offenses. It's not everything you take so serious, because serious people are in the hospital. And then the last one I said is that you should appreciate people for what they do. So if you have people that do stuff for you, people that show you kindness, appreciate them. And I said, it's not every time you just stand and say, I appreciate you. Some people are like that. They always tell you, I appreciate. Oh, I'm so grateful. But they never do a single thing to show that they truly appreciate. So I'm saying to you that apart from declaring your appreciation, do something to show that you truly appreciate them. So what we've said today, is that you should know how to love people. And we said you should embrace people. How do you embrace them? You should spend time bonding. We said you should accept people for who they are. Stop criticizing people. Some people have that habit of criticizing, of judging, of condemning. And every time you do that, you're just showing them that you are rejecting them. So stop it. And then we said you should overlook minor offenses. It's not all offenses that you should take serious, because serious people are in the hospital. And finally, we said appreciate people for what they do. It's not enough to just say, oh, thank you, I appreciate you. Look for things to do for them too. We have come to the end of today's topic on how to love people, or rather embracing people. And I hope you enjoyed it. I believe somebody has been touched by today's topic. Please do leave your comments, testimonies on our comment section. Do you know you can continue to enjoy these nuggets and words of encouragement by subscribing to our YouTube channel? I'd like you to click on the subscribe button. Yes, click now to get notified whenever we come online. Help us like, share, and also drop your thoughts on the comment section. I'm actually looking forward to reading them. Remember, pray about everything and worry about nothing. Till I come your way again next week. Thank you and God bless you. Ciao.